Young people place a high value on the sexuality education they receive at school. It's right up there next to mum as a trusted source of information. But here's what they'd like to see done differently. It's too limited to preventing pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. They'd like more time spent on negotiating the complexities of romantic and sexual relationships. So it seems teachers and students are in furious agreement, as certainly teachers also say they'd like more resources that will help them address these issues. We've also found that same-sex attracted and gender diverse students say they are left out of class discussions. When we do that, we're further marginalising some students and their families, and they're missing the chance for invaluable school-based education and affirmation. I suspect many teachers don't raise the topic of sexual diversity, or at least include non-heterosexual examples, for the fear of managing, or rather not managing, students' responses. But it's worth doing. Sexual consent is a huge issue for young women and young men, and it's not just about understanding the laws. For example, what's a boy to do if she's saying neither yes or no? Does he keep trying? And what are the implications for his reputation if he doesn't keep trying? What makes it even harder for young people to manage is that much of the sexual dance is non-verbal, and certain actions or decisions are taken as yes. Young people who reported that they weren't having sex were happy with their choice and said it was because they weren't ready. They attributed their choice not to external influences such as parents, but to their own capacity to make up their own minds. Irrespective of whether a student is sexually active or not, you can bet they're all learning about sex and relationships right now. With this in mind, the Practical Guide to Love, Sex and Relationships has been designed to help you and your students consider a seemingly simple ethical framework. Taking care of me, taking care of you, having an equal say, and learning as we go. Early experiences of relationships can be extremely positive for young people, teaching them a lot of important skills and providing a lot of reassurance and support. But when things go awry, negative patterns for future relationships can also be established. Teaching about relationships in sexuality education can be trickier to teach than STIs and reproduction, but ultimately much more rewarding.